I'm Taryn Wilhelm, a junior exercise science major at Bellarmine University. The purpose of this assignment is to walk a client through several types of exercises and demonstrate proper form in order to prevent injury from occurring. This is for a basic injury and preventative care class. Today we will begin by performing strength exercises. First we will be doing tricep dips. So I'll have you to place your hands, the palms of them, on the bench, and you want to put your fingers out. You want to have a slight bend in your knee, and then you'll want to come down and push up. That looks great. And you'll want to make sure that you do about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 of those. Next we'll be doing lunges. So to begin, I'll have you to step out with one foot, and you'll want to put a slight bend in both knees, and then you'll come down. You'll want to make sure that the knee doesn't go over the toes. You'll come up and you'll step out with the other one, and you'll go down. So you want to also do about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 of those. And the last strength exercise we're going to do are some curls. So I'm going to give you a light weight. You're going to hold it in your hand, palm out. You want to make sure you're not gripping the weight too hard, just a light grip. And you'll want to come up, you want to make sure that you have control, and then you want to slowly lower it down. And you're going to also do about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 of those. Next, we'll be going through some cardiovascular exercises, so we'll just be doing one today. So to do that, we'll do jumping jacks. So I'll have you to stand about shoulder width apart, and then you'll want to jump so that your legs are in abduction, and you'll want to put your arms in abduction, and then you'll come back to abduction. Yep, that looks great. So now we'll be performing range of motion. To begin, I'll be having you do some abduction and adduction exercises. So you could do these with bands, or you could just stand. So you can do it like this, just adduct the hip and then adduct. Yep, that looks great. And then next I'll have you to do some flexion and extension of your knees. So you can have a seat again. You could also do these at like a weighted station if you had weight available. So we'll just extend, bring them all the way up, and then you'll flex. Extend and flex. That looks great. And for each of those range of motion exercises, you'll want to do about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 as well. So next, I'll walk you through some flexibility exercises for your program. To begin, we'll just do an easy touch your toes, see how far you can go. You'll want to hold these stretches for about 15 to 30 seconds and maybe do them 2 to 3 times. The next flexibility exercise that we're going to go to is to stretch your shoulder. So what you'll do is you'll bring one arm across the body, you'll bring your other one up with the elbow joint, and you'll pull in, and you'll just get a good stretch on your shoulder. So that looks great, and that you're also going to do about 15 to 30 seconds of a hold, and then maybe 2 to 3 times. Next, we're going to work on some balance and proprioception. So I'm going to have you do a rotary stability one. So you're going to get on your knees and your hands, and then you'll want to bring your left arm up and your left knee back. And just hold that for maybe 15 to 30 seconds as well, and do that a couple times to keep your balance. And then also, we're going to do one where you're going to stand about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to come down and come across your body. And so objectively, you might want to have like a cone or a ball that you would try and touch, and you would try to keep your balance and your proprioception. Next, we're going to do some core exercises. So to begin, I'll just have you to do a plank. So you'll lay down. You want to put your elbows out, come up on your toes, and you'll just want to hold it. And you want to make sure that you keep your back flat and that you're stable. And you might want to hold that for about 15 to 30 seconds, however long you can do it, and just do that a few times. That looks great. Next, I'm going to have you to do some flutter kicks. So we'll get back on the ground again. And so what you'll want to do is you'll want to lay back, put your hands under your butt, put your legs about a few inches off the ground, and then you'll just bring one up and one down, up and down. Yep, that looks great. And so for the core, I would do probably about 3 to 4 sets of maybe 12, whatever you feel you can take that day. So now we'll switch into looking at just your knee joint and exercises that you can do for your knee. To begin, we're going to do some strength exercises. So we could do kettlebell squats or just use a weight. So if you'll grab your weight again, get your legs about shoulder width apart, just come down You want to make sure that your knees don't go over your toes and come back up. That looks great. Another exercise that you can do for the knee to strengthen is you could do a wall squat. So we'll come over to this wall. So what I'll have you to do is just, if you want to just stand about shoulder width apart, feet out in front of you, make sure your knees don't go over your toes, and then just come down as far as you can, about a 90-degree position, and set up the wall. That looks great. And for that, I would try and hold it about 30 seconds and do it several times, maybe 6 to 8 times. Now I'd have you to do some cardio. For your cardio today, we'd be riding a bike. So if you want to jump on a bike, I can show you. So you just want to do a very moderate exercise on the bike, not vigorous. And you would just ride the bike for about 20 to 30 minutes to get your knees warmed up, increase the range of mobility. That looks great. Now I'm going to have you to do some flexibility exercises for your knee. So we're going to come over here to a resistance band with a chair. And I'll just have you to sit in the chair and then just pull this up. That looks great. You might want to do about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 of those. And then also I'm going to have you do a piriformis stretch. Since the piriformis comes down, you're just going to sit here and you're going to put a hold on it. You might want to hold that 15 to 30 seconds, 2 to 3 times. That looks great. Okay, so next I'm going to have you to do some balance exercises or proprioception. So we're going to get a box over here. And you could get different size boxes, shorter, lower, whatever fits for you. If you'd rather use a bench, you can also do that. So we're just going to have you to step up and then down. Just make sure you watch your form, make sure your toes don't go over your knees. It looks great. And also for your balance, for your knee, I'm just going to have you to stand on one leg. Try to stand there. Looks great. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do some core exercises. So I'm going to begin by having you lay on the floor. And we're going to do some bicycles, crunches. So if you'll just have one leg extended, one leg flexed, you'll want to bring your body across to the flex one and then come back. That looks great. And then I'm also going to have you to do a knee pull. So you can go back and you're just going to pedal and extend your knee each time.